What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Hustle with JesseW, and today we're going to go over a day trading recap. Took one trade today, little green day. Check it out. Well, guys, today's trading, it took a lot of discipline to just like sit around and wait for a good opportunity. There was a few stocks that I had on watch for specific reasons like NEGG and AMC, and we're going to go over that in this video and specific levels on AMC that I'm eyeing, okay? And then we're also going to jump into today's trade, all right? So now before we do and we move further here, the ticket to admission, like I've told you before, is just smashing the like button and subscribing to the channel if you haven't. So make sure you do that. Now let's go ahead and jump into the charts. All right, guys, so let's jump into today's recap on the morning. Little green day for me, a little green day, and here's the watch list and the dashboard of the daytraderchatroom.com. NEGG, TBLT, GALT, XELA, HOFV, and AMC were all on watch today on the morning's watch list. If you're watching this on YouTube, you want to join us, you go to daytraderchatroom.com and sign up for the 5-day trial, link in the description and comment section below. But what we did today was watch these. Now AMC, we're going to knock this one out of the park right quick here. Here we were mainly just watching to see whether or not this old $52 zone was going to hold resistance. Because as we know, when we break under resistance, typically speaking, it becomes new, when we break underneath old support, it typically becomes new resistance. And today I think we've established that this $52 level is probably going to be new resistance, right? Because here's like that $50 level, and you could see that we found resistance just in front of that level today. Now I want to make sure, right? Like I would like for this to get up in here eventually and show us whether or not this is going to be resistance. So we want that confirmation. We want it to creep up there, hit it, and then reject it. And then now we know fully 52 is now officially resistance. I think we can say, with some degree of confidence, hey, yeah, it'll probably be resistance now. But I really wanted to get up in there and test it really, really good. And then we know whether or not it's going to be resistance. If it breaks up into it, and then begins to hold it as a support again, right? Then you might get that action, and well, that changes things. So we're going to continue to keep AMC on watch here because it's clearly not over. So AMC, no trades for me today on that one because it did not break up above that $52 level. Next one I had on watch, NEGG with 3.14 million shares in the float. And I was watching to see if we can break up above 52 to maybe get an attempt at 60. We got exactly that. But it was a little bit more difficult to trade. I started eyeing this setup here that we drew here, right? After we put in that resistance at 60, we pulled back into the support zone, and that support zone lined up with yesterday's opening price, more or less, give or take. And we had decreasing volume on that drop, on that pullback, so it looked pretty good. There was even a confirmation here on the bounce with an increase in volume right here. No trades for me on it, thankfully, because it rejected that. That bounce was not long-lived. It bounced, made an attempt up here towards 58, but didn't even get to 58, and then it instantly got rejected, and that was it. We're all the way back down here now. Now, I'm not going to say, oh, NEGG is dead, forget about it, this thing is done. I mean, this thing is still at 50 bucks. So I'm going to watch it, see if it flags on the daily and maybe give some sort of setup next week. But for now, NEGG, no trades for me on that one today. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these lines real quick. And now move on to the next one, GALT. GALT was also on the watch list. Let's zoom in here real quick. GALT, very choppy off the bell. Very choppy. Look at that. That's extremely choppy. You had basically a double top right here at 426, 430 area with an instant rejection. Like this thing got up here, tested the highs, rejected, came all the way back down here towards the low of day, held it, set up a double bottom setup for a minute. Then we caught 9 EMA support. We had a high volume break You can see it right here. High volume break through VWAP. And then I got on the mic and I told you guys, okay, I want to see if it pulls in back into VWAP, 23.6 Fibonacci level. Okay, I want to see if it pulls into there. And the 9 EMA. It didn't. It pushed up and made a new high. And I got on the mic and I told you guys, what I would like to see here now is an extension. I want to see it extend so that you give this VWAP and this 9 EMA some time to get up closer to that 420 mark. Why? Well, now up there in that 420 area, you have this previous support, well, this previous resistance from this double top. You would have the 23.6 Fibonacci level and VWAP and the 9 EMA lining up in this general area. Then I would have wanted to have seen a low volume pullback into that level, right? That's what I would have wanted to have seen for a bounce play back through the highs. That's what ideally I would have wanted to have seen. That would have been more convincing. We did not get that, so I told you guys I was not going to trade it because I was going to not trust it. I didn't think the level would hold now down here at $4. And sure enough, it did not. So this one, nothing there for us either. So I did have one trade here today, and we're going to go over that one next. Let me erase all these lines. So next we had XALA, nothing there. And lastly, TBLT. TBLT, 81.3 million shares in the float. Sales doubled on Amazon on the first half of 2021 for them. That was their press release. And I was just watching for the $1 area to hold support. Now, I don't really trade these dollar ones, but I do like to force myself out of my comfort zone. So I took a trade on this one today. And I took my trade on it. Well, I know it wasn't there. I was just clicking to see if there was any fib levels lining up. Let me try to make this, somewhat better visibly, I guess. So here we had the push on upward, good volume. We started to get our first pullback in here. And I went ahead and got long in there. In that candle there. My entry was, let me get my alerts real quick here. Okay. So here you go. Long starter TBLT, $1.16, stop loss $1.10 area. I took some profits off at $1.23 as we squeezed up to new highs, and I took a little bit more at $1.21 and then got flat at $1.17. So I got in there, bang some profit, bang some more profit, and then stopped out the rest when we got back down here. Why? Why did I do that? Well, because I took this action in this candle as a failed new high. That's an ugly looking candle. We pushed all the way up here, made a new high, and insta rejected it. So I took that as a failed new high, and I stopped out of the last of my position. However, by taking some profits off as we squeezed, and as I read the bearish signal, I was able to book a nice little day, a little single on the day, a little profit, not bad. And that was it. That was it for me. I kept eyes on it, and then back here, I mentioned to you guys, I did not trade it, but I mentioned to you guys that this was a potential long setup here again in front of VWAP 9 AMA. Okay, let me move these fib levels and that 23.6 Fibonacci level all lining up there. That was a potential entry. I mentioned it in chat right as before it even popped. We popped up to test the high of day, and I said, guys, this is a take profit zone. You don't have to take it all off. But in my opinion, if it was me and I was in, I would take a portion off there just in case you, double top. That's exactly what happened here. We double topped and we gave it all back. So that's why I always preach scaling out of winning trades, right? And that was it, guys. Nothing to write home about today, but nonetheless, a nice little base hit of a day and ending the week on a nice little green note. But that only happens because stayed disciplined and did not get greedy. Well, guys, that's it for me today. Let me know what you traded. Drop it in the comment section below. Remember to smash the like button for me. Subscribe to the channel. Study up over the weekend. I'll catch you on Monday.